Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly, and today we are going to do a faux alcohol lift ink demo. I've been asked by quite a few of you to come up with a at-home kind of version of it, and if you're not familiar with it, it is from Tim Holtz and Ranger. It is called Alcohol Lift Ink, and it's really cool. It really is. But it got me thinking, and so I think I came up with something. We shall see. But he uses it on Yupo, which I have none of. I've never bought in Yupo. But what Yupo is a non-porous kind of plasticky paper. So if you have glossy paper or something like that, you definitely can use that to play with when it comes to this. Now I do have some like plastic, uh, like plastic bags or outer coverings of things that I kind of played with, but we're going to use a regular piece of watercolor paper, or not watercolor, mixed media paper. And I just have a couple, I'm going to tell you what I got. I got a couple stamps. I have 91% alcohol, which you guys know I love this stuff. And I have some liquid glycerin. So let me just tell you, you could see there's a little bit here. All I did was took some liquid glycerin and I laid it down. And then I took some of my alcohol and I dropped it a little bit. I'm not measuring, you see it's just doing its thing. And then I kind of mixed it. I did mix it. And you want to mix it fairly well. You want that glycerin and alcohol to kind of, and this is just a non-stick mat. Of course, you can use you can take a piece of wax paper to do this. You can, whatever you have. Even some of the plastic palettes. So think outside the box. You can even take a piece of wax paper and let me know down below if you guys want me to try that and use that as your quote unquote Yupo. Okay, so you see I'm mixed in there. And so now I just picked 3 colors of alcohol inks. And they could be alcohol or they could be, who else makes a Pinata makes an alcohol ink as well, whatever you have. And I'm just going to kind of drop it over here, drop it over there. And some here. I'll put some on top here, some there. And then I'm going to take your sponge, whatever you're using, and I'm just going to kind of dab it everywhere very loosely. I love that blue with that yellow and the green. Okay. So you see I'm kind of mushing it around. You can always go in and lay down if you want more of that green and blue, on top. A little bit more. Okay. I love alcohol ink. Okay, and then you can just kind of go around. All right. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this stamp and I'm going to put it in the glycerin alcohol. I like to hear it. It's like ripping tape. All right. So then you have it. And then I'm going to just lay it here and push it. Push it real good. Leave it sit for a minute. Take it off. Now, I did not have as big as I should have, and I'll do that in the next one, but you can see there's some color on here. And then we can go post it there. So then I would advise, I don't think it would hurt anything. I think the glycerin would just help moisturize that. So let me show you. So far, you could see that this got all those beautiful colors. And then here, but we're not done yet. So I'm going to put it down. I'm just going to give it a second. And I just have a napkin or, whatever. Let me show you before I do it again. You can see that. And then that's the stamped image. And then he wiped it. So first he said blot, which that's what I'm doing. And he moves the, that around. So we're blotting a lot of that off. And then take it and give it a wipe. Okay. Okay. So you can see, pretty cool, right? You can see the flowers. I'll do a bigger part, but you could definitely see the flowers and like the variations where it's darker and lighter, and it is really cool. It's hard to show on camera. But then here where you picked up, you can see all the different colors and that kind of thing. So it's very cool. Now I'm going to use this because it's, you know, a little bigger. I don't need to necessarily change that. So I'm going to go in again and just going to kind of drop it all around. Again, if you have, like I saw at the thrift store the other day, and I didn't pick it up because I was like, oh, what am I going to use this for? They had like, and I might even have some still, glossy like 3x5 papers you put into your printer, you know, to get glossy, like back in the day. And I looked at them and I was like, oh no, I have those. And of course I can't find them. So now I'm just going to dot around like this. I'm going to make it bigger. This went greener than before, but you see how I'm just kind of giving it some. Now you can use your, which I did not grab mine. Why? I have no idea, but you definitely can use your tool that comes with your alcohol ink. I don't know why I didn't grab it. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to lay it in here, give it a push, make sure it's everywhere I want it to be. Okay. You can see it's on there, and I'm going to just lay it here. I'm going to push it for a minute. Push it, push it. Now, this is great because, I mean, you know, you still have, and I'm going to tell you, yes, this is a sponge that soaks in. It's like a makeup sponge, but because I did not rinse the end or cut it, it's hard. So it's not really soaking anything in, and that's why I'm using it. But I mean, look, you still have deliciousness there. Look at that. So put a couple ATC cards. I forgot what I was doing. I'm sitting here. Put a couple ATC cards down or another piece and just kind of put that over it. Delicious start. Okay. So now I'm going to lift it off. Now, you know, this isn't going to be much color because I didn't have much color in there, but I'm going to push it anyway. Okay. And lift it up. Now, it did pick up some of those colors. Not a lot, and that's okay, but we have this yet. Now, I'm going to leave that go for a second, and then I'm going to wipe it, and we're going to see what we get. But, I mean, this is, you really can play with this in a way. And like I said, this is so cool right here. I'm going to have to show you again. But once this is dry, okay, he says to dab it. We love a good dab, Ange. Okay, just dabbing it, and then we're wiping it. I might let it sit a little bit long, but if you look as I'm wiping, yeah, I might let it sit a minute long, and I'll do it one more time, but, and I want to change, I want to do a little bit more color, but look, it still gives you a really great, you could see, you know, what the stamp was. And like I said, again, this, look how cute. This should be dry, so I'm going to hit this real quick to get that alcohol to dry and that ink. Oh yeah, that's, you can see it's still changing. It's going to like, all right, let's see. So I wipe this off. Don't do that. That's just an experiment. I'm going to dab this a little bit more. And then give this another wipe. So yeah, so that's that. And like I said, those flowers still there. I should have left it go and probably blotted it a bit, but I'm okay. So let's do one more time on this paper. Let's get a good saturated color all around. I'm going to use a different part of my sponge, I think. Okay, a little bit more yellow. Because that's going to bring out beautiful colors. Okay. So this time I will and I mean obviously you could see on the plastic paper how much easier it would be to you know, blend and that kind of thing. Not a big deal. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so you can see. Now I'll go back in and I'm just going to do part of this. I'm going to stamp it all around here. So I'll use like the top half. Go in and push it. Push it real good. Leave it sit for a second. And lift it up. And then go here and press it around. So you can see. So that is there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is go in with this one more time. Leave that sit there. I'm going to wipe this before it dries. Because remember that alcohol dries fast. So we're getting some texture. And like I said, it's not going to be exactly like it. But you're getting some, you know. I'll tell you what we'll do real quick. Without using the glycerin and all. We'll just go here. And we'll go there. I'm sorry, that's my dog. His hair's growing back and he's a little itchy. But I can't do nothing about that right at the moment. And then I'll just blend this. Okay, very same thing. Not going to put into there. I'm going to go in with this, nothing on it. And I'm going to go like this. Give it a push, give it a second. Lift it off. Got this. Got that. Okay? So, that didn't come out. And I'm going to probably tell you why. It's because of the paper. And I probably let it go too long. There is a science to it, definitely. But this is a really cool technique. Oh, look at that. It just regularly stamped in. But it's a really cool technique to do this. It's not, no, it's not lifting like I want it to. But, all right, let's see. Let's see if I can go over this. What happens? See, I want to spray water or alcohol. Because I wonder if that would make the difference. I don't have a spray of alcohol at the moment. So I have that in there. Let's see what it does. Nope, just comes right off because that's already dry. Oh, that's cool though. Because if you keep rubbing it, you get that. But you could definitely see it soaking into the paper. So that's really not an exciting thing, is it? And just print that off. Yeah, see, nothing's on there. Probably needed to freshen up the alcohol with the... And I know these are sold out in a lot of places. A couple of you have written me about Blitzy and it's sold out. So I wish there was something I could do for you. I can't. I don't even have it. So, you know, that's kind of what it is. But I do like this with the different colors. I could sit here and play all day. Wonder if I took, wonder if I took excuse me if you see my head, I apologize. Nobody should have to see me in life. This is Super Gloss Mod Podge. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to open it somehow. I swear I am. And I did. Come on. It looks like milk. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's try Now I'm going to give this not necessarily a shake, but just a little mixture in case it's stuff settled, you know. Okay. Just very quickly. We will be fast. I'm going to take it, super gloss, and I'm putting it on the paper. Right here. And then I'll put some over here. But it stays on there. That's good. And I'll just bring some here. Okay. Very simple. I'm only going to do one coat, and essentially what I'm doing is sealing the paper, right? So I'm going to dry it. I don't know if it's that or somebody outside is grilling steak, but it's making me hungry. Come on. We've been doing the keto, and meat is a big fat. I should say fat, not meat. You only can really eat 6 ounces. But I love a steak on the grill, a ribeye. Kind of makes me happy. Now, when you're using your heat gun to dry this, remember it's glossy, so it's not going to dry or look like it dries down the same as a regular matte Mod Podge would. It's going to still have that sheen. Okay, let's try. We're going in. Moving it up. And this is essentially, you know, I do this, I seal a lot with Mod Podge, so. All right. See how it's kind of sitting on top? And it's not sinking into the paper, which it's, you know, everything has a place, you know, for mixed media, like this is everything. I'm probably going to cut that out, but, and use it for something because it's everything. But you know, everything has, you can use all kinds of products. So like, you know, if you go to the thrift store, right, and you buy, and you see alcohol inks, or you see any craft item really, and it's, you know, cheap as dirt, get it, because there's always another way to use it. You don't always have to do it the same way. You know what I mean? That it's for. Okay, I'm just taking this again and very lightly dabbing. Oh, that's pretty cool. But see, it's going to lay on top, which is what we want, and it's going to stay wetter. Now, I should have probably let the glue dry a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry too much about it because we're just experimenting. And we'll do a little bloop. Oops. Okay. Ooh, she's a mess. Okay. And then, I know that's what you guys are saying. She's such a mess. She's such a mess. Some alcohol. My brush to move it around. Now remember, I'm just giving you ideas. You might come up with something completely better. And if you do, share it. And let me know what you think down below. If this is something that you would try, you know, at home. And I'm going back with these. So I probably should have had this set up before I did the ink. But we're going to see. So it's wet. I'm going in. I'm pushing. I want to give it a second because I want that alcohol to really, I think the glycerin, like I said, it keeps it moist, the alcohol, longer than normal because alcohol dries fast. You know, and it's like if you put, this almost becomes like an embossing, clear embossing, right? All right. So I'm lifting it up and I did have a lot on there. So I'm going to put this here. And that came out, like I said, I think I took a little bit too much about it, but I'm not hating. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to leave it there for a second. This looks watercolory. I dig that. Okay, so I'm just giving this a quick little wipe around. And you can see this is still wet on there, right? So then he says, let's dab. Very loosely. Turn your paper or your napkin to get a lot of that off. This is a cheap napkin that's ripping apart and sticking. Okay, there we go. Get another. All right, so now I'm just kind of going to dab for a minute and then wipe. Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. And you see how that came up a little bit better where you see that print? Now, look, is it perfect? No. But you definitely can see here that we got, that must have been the alcohol that wasn't mixed in all the way, because look, you definitely get that ghosted thing. I could sit here all day and play, but I know people would yell. So I'm going to wipe this off. I love that though. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get this ready one more time. More alcohol. Maybe I need a little bit more alcohol in there. I wonder if I can mix it in an empty ink pad. Yeah, okay. Just doing that. I'm going to go back down here where I know I glossed. And I'm going to do 2 colors this time. Quick. But you can see how much better it's working on there, right? Okay. My sponge. What I do with my sponge? I can't find my sponge. I'm sure it's right in front of me and you guys are yelling, it's right there. Can't find it. So, boy, am I bizarre. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. See, I had that coating underneath. That's not going to help nobody. I see my sponge now. Just adding a little bit more. I want a little purple. I'm going to kind of leave it like that, and let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to go back in. I love these dots. I don't know why. And I am going to give it a dab there. I'm going to turn it. Give it a dab. It's wet. And I'm going in. And I'm just going to lay it like this. I'm going to push it. I wonder if I do over there, but you see how that is. I'm going to have to show you because it's blown out a little bit by the light. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to leave this sit here just for a second because I just feel that it needs it to react for a second longer. And you can take your, like a sponge brush or a paintbrush, whatever, to put the alcohol and the thing on there. Okay. Okay. So we'll see. We'll give that a second. Now, if I go back in here, let's see. No, won't lift. Wipe it off, dab it. Just so when you go to pick it up again, you're not like, oh my goodness, what's all over it? Okay. All right. Using a different napkin. I'm going to use a baby wipe that's dry. Let's see what this does. Okay, ready? Gonna dab. Gonna dab. Oh, cool. Oh, what is that? Gonna dab. Kind of dig the dabbing because you could see it picks up all that. Now this isn't a fantastic what do you call stamp? You know what I mean? Like you can use whatever stamps you have. These were just sitting there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look. Look at that. And I love, because you really can't see, but in here you can see like the lines like around the circles are like, you know, drawn. See if you could see that better. So you see how the lines are like doubled and tripled, and you get that on this one, which you don't really get. So that one is pretty good. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm going to wipe it now. Maybe I'll hit it with the heat gun. You don't have to. I just think that for me, the alcohol. Oh, that's really cool though. And then I'm just going to wipe and wipe. And see how the alcohol is dry now? The alcohol ink's dry. And then you get this here, of course, right? But look at that. Just stuff, you know, fun stuff to play. And you can see it lifted. So you definitely get a lighter shade there. And like I said, it's a twofer. So how do you go wrong? So let me know what you guys think. I know this is bizarre, but I've been, you know, trying it out. And like I said, to play around, I mean, to really, and you see, I just used a gloss on here. So you could use like a gel medium or whatever you want to maybe seal it. If you don't have glossy paper, I would, I kind of like it both ways. I'm not going to lie. Like, look at that flowers. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm going to also fill like a little mister with alcohol. So I can, you know, play and whatever. But you could definitely do your ATC cards. I think I'm going to do one of them and try it out. But look how cute. I mean, really, all of them come out really cute. You can definitely, though, see the difference in the vibrancy when it is on a glossy paper. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. I know, a little long, but I like experimenting and trying new things. So let me know what you guys think. I'm in love with this. You're going to see me using this quite a bit, and I'll probably come up with different kind of things to show and play with. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Share me around if, you know, if you dig this, and if you just found me and you want to be, click that subscribe button down below, and all of you, click that little bell so you get notified when I upload. Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.